I am not the first person to say it, and I will not be the last. This system is so corrupt. It's so sick. It's so sick. And all these elites and rich people get away with it every single time. Oh, it was only Jeffrey Epstein. No, there's plenty of them that are in front of your face on television. Get a grip. Pay attention to what these people are doing instead of worshiping them. They want that for you. They practice a Luciferian doctrine to where they want to be gods. Yo, what is up, guys? What's up, chat? It's your boy Demi Z. We back at it again. All right, so today we're going to be reacting to Diddy verdict in. Why will he go free? So recently we just found out that Diddy did get released on barely any charges, right? It was actually quite despicable from the justice system, right? But isn't that ironic? Justice system and that being despicable within the same sense is an oxymoron. That is insane. But anyways, you guys are going to be reacting to the video by this guy named The Truth Is. I've been watching a few of his videos. And yeah, I say we get right into it, man. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. This is a breaking news update as we just got confirmation of the Diddy verdict, and this changes everything. Let's get right into it.
Yep.
For the last month, we have been talking about the Diddy trial and all the drama that has been going on with it. So much stuff has come out in the trial that we were all expecting Diddy to be put away forever. What I was complaining about was the fact that none of Diddy's accomplices were ever named in the trial. Not a single celebrity accomplice was named in the trial, and that had me worried since the beginning. When I saw the courts protecting Hollywood, I started getting a feeling that Diddy was going to get away with this. And the reason I felt that was because Diddy was requesting to be able to name the other celebrities that were his accomplices during the freak-offs, and the courts refused. It appeared that Diddy was protected in order to protect the rest of Hollywood. Now we finally got a verdict in the Diddy trial, and it's not what none of us wanted. As right now,
And I just want to make this be known. A lot of your favorite celebrities are probably pedophiles. I really hate to say it. Allegedly, of course. So a lot of them are corrupt. So same way how we have Jeffrey Epstein and all the other politicians, we have a lot of people. Fuck. Hey guys, we're back. So sorry for the interruption. Let's get back to it. But what I was trying to say is that Jeffrey Epstein is essentially I'd say the hub for PDFs. And with what we've seen with Diddy, he's a very, very freaky and just truly a horrible man. He's into very, very weird and sexual deviant type of activities. And he's essentially comparable to Jeffrey Epstein, but with the music industry. And there's a lot of people that are in the industry that have been called out over the years for being pedophiles, allegedly, right? But it's hard to it's hard to steer your eyes away from it if you're actually paying attention to what's going on, right? So yeah, a lot of people in Hollywood are associated with Diddy, and they do go to his parties. You've seen over the years how, you know, Obama, I don't know, just a bunch of people that associate with Diddy, like LeBron. Ain't no party like Diddy party, right? Yeah, all right. Oh yeah, bring it around town. These niggas are sick. They are sick. They are so sick. We could get into a deep dive if you guys want to, but I'm gonna just keep it very light. A lot of your celebrities are not good people. They are not. They worship Satan. A Luciferian doctrine. Let's continue.
appears that Diddy might walk out of there free. It was recently reported that the jury delivered a mixed verdict, with Diddy being acquitted of the most serious charges, including the racketeering conspiracy and the trafficking charges. However, he was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now the judge is awaiting the decision on whether to release Combs on bail while he awaits sentencing or to keep him in jail until sentencing. But he was acquitted of the racketeering conspiracy and trafficking charges, only being convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, the judge will determine the sentence, but from what I read, the maximum penalty for his charges are 10 years for each count. All of the media is reporting, though, that Diddy was ecstatic cheering and happy when he found out that he was acquitted of all the other charges.
I bet
because
you were.
Those were the serious charges that were supposed to put him away.
Yes, fuck, yes. They didn't find me as a like. Oh my gosh, bro, I got so much to say. I don't, just let the video play, bro. This guy is such a piece of garbage. It's actually insane how the justice system and everybody around the world can see how bad of a guy this. He got caught on case. He got caught on video doing domestic violence. There is so many testimonies about this guy just being a complete weirdo, and he still gets away with it. Why is that? Because the system itself is corrupt. I am not the first person to say it, and I will not be the last. This system is so corrupt. It's so sick. It's so sick. And all these elites and rich people get away with it every single time. Oh, it was only Jeffrey Epstein. No, there's plenty of them that are in front of your face on television. Get a grip. Pay attention to what these people are doing instead of worshiping them. They want that for you. They practice a Luciferian doctrine to where they want to be gods. Enough, bro. Enough said. But yo, there are plenty of people like him. And the moment he gets caught, just so he could get away, it's just the same story, just a different guy. Every single time. What do you mean he's a pedophile? Look at all the testimonies. Look at anything, like, if there's smoke, then there's fire. Look at what everybody says around this guy. If you can even, the fact that you even have like one allegation, maybe even 2 or 3 allegations about you being a weirdo since the 90s or like the early 2000s, what is going on with you, bro? There is something up with you that we're not noticing. But we have noticed, and we've seen more people come out of this. Even the what's it called? That one Meek Mill video where he was like, "Yeah, daddy, I like that, daddy. Excuse me?" And then you got your goat, some of your goats, not mine, that people would claim, like Meek, to be like, just cool with it. Like, it's just very weird. It's very weird, and he's gone away with a lot, way too much. Sorry about that again. Let's continue.
Wait for life. And if you've been following this case, I believe, and I know many of you believe, that the prosecution truly proved that Diddy was trafficking these people and had a Rico empire. But what this verdict tells us is that A, either Diddy made a deal with the elite.
He practices sex magic, by the way.
Or 2, Diddy has so much dirt on them that he can easily blackmail them. This entire situation is a letdown, and I honestly thought that Diddy was going to go to prison, and there's still a possibility that he can go to prison, but as of what it's looking like right now, who knows what's gonna happen. We saw with the Young Thug situation, how Young Thug did all these crimes, admitted to doing the crimes, rapped about doing the crimes. During the trial, they had so much evidence presented, it started looking like Young Thug was gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. They let him go. Yeah, he got charged. Yes, he took a plea deal, but the plea deal allowed him to walk out of jail untouched after all this evidence was presented, and he basically admitted to being a murderer. Yet, regular people are getting sentenced for missing a court date. You know, the difference is these people are Masonic puppets. These people are a part of the Masonic system. And like I've said before, the Masons help each other every chance they get. Remember this interview that Bill Cooper did of another Mason who infiltrated a lodge? He admitted himself that the Masons protect each other no matter what. He stated that when a Mason goes to prison, all the Mason has to do is let the judge know that he's a Mason, and if the judge is a Mason too, which he likely is, they let the person go.
When you're speeding down a highway and you're stopped by a law enforcement officer, what happens when he sees the Masonic emblem on your windshield?
Usually what you have is a direct turnaround in attitude. I myself am a young man. I get hassled by cops a little bit. It seems like they always have cop an attitude when they pull me over, but when they see the Masonic square and compasses on my car, and most importantly when I flip out my dues paying card, a card that all dues paying Masons carry.
By the way, YouTube, this is all for entertainment. I don't know if this is real or not, but it seems very entertaining, so I'm going to keep watching. Thank you, YouTube.
The police officer, well, let me just put it this way. I've never once got a speeding ticket or a traffic ticket or have even been harassed in any way when they have known that I am a Mason.
Now, what happens when a Freemason goes into court against someone who's not a Freemason?
In Minecraft, of course. I'm going to let the video play.
And the judge is a Freemason.
Okay, well, you have a very subtle interaction that goes on. All Masons are taught secret signs and secret words and secret phrases, and this is some of the most, this is is what they don't want revealed more than anything else. You can stand in a particular position. You can hold your arms in a particular position. You can speak certain words. The widow.
This? You mean? Because he was throwing up a... You know, if you notice in the pictures, he was doing a bunch of that. That's very ominous, very strange.
Traveling man, keywords and phrases that will let the...
Again, he kept doing this in court. I don't know why he kept, like, they described it as a heart shape. He kept throwing this up. Like, I don't know if this is a sign of, I just don't know what that was for. That was very strange. So it's just something to, I guess, point out.
This judge know that you are a Mason. And
in the show News Radio, they revealed that Freemason judges protect Freemason brothers. In season 3, episode 15, they literally openly reveal it and use the real word for the Master Masons, which is tubocaine, as the code that Masons tell judges to be set free.
That all federal, state, and local judges are members of a certain obscure sect of the Freemasons.
Now, hold on. Our strategy is that all judges are Masons?
There's more to it than that.
Like what?
Well, there's a secret Masonic word which, when uttered, obligates judges to rule in your favor. Then they have to go paddle each other off in a secret cave somewhere.
If Diddy walks out of there free, this was the plan all along. We know that the Masons have specific rituals that they do during certain times of the year when rising in specific degrees, so it's very possible that this entire situation with Diddy was just one giant ritual. Now, the most important part to consider is the fact that no other celebrity was named. They were all protected. When I saw that, I already knew this entire case was going to be nonsense. I already knew that nothing was going to come from...
And they continue to suppress the details of what really happened, unfortunately. If you, again, do your research for fun, of course, you'll see a lot of trails that lead to Diddy just being not only a sick man, but just a man that's associated with the so-called elites, right? So, allegedly, of course, I don't know anything about this, but as you can see, since we're supposed to look up to the justice system as an entity that upholds the best of morality, right? And having it to where we have all these lawyers that are just here to set it, be a part of a stage play. That's essentially what this is. It's not even anybody really being served justice, unfortunately, whenever it comes to these people, right? In particular, they never really face consequences, but yeah, you worship them like they're gods. It's a sham. It's fake. It doesn't apply to them. Rules for thee, but not for me. I'm not going to get any deeper. Let's go.
From it, because they were protecting all the other monsters that was hanging around Diddy. Because they know that most of the people in Hollywood are doing exactly what Diddy did. Now, for those that are going to say Diddy did no crimes, you really need to open your eyes. Stop defending this monster because it's pretty obvious.
Idol worship, by the way.
I have been exposing Diddy since I created this channel because I have heard the stories about Diddy since I was a child. I grew up in New York and everybody knew about Diddy. Yes, he was praised. Yes, people loved him, but also people spoke about him being this evil monster and how he did all these things. And when I
have that type of reputation by so many different people, it really does beg the question, how horrible of a person do you have to be for so many people to have it just be consistent within your character? You're constantly abusive. You're an evil man. You're willing to blow up a car, which is actual proof. Like, we know this. But they're going to slap him on a wrist when I could do 1/10 of what he did and I would be behind bars in a psychiatric ward. Wake the fuck up.
I started researching into Diddy, it was right in the open. It was pretty obvious. Diddy definitely did.
Right there for you. Right there for you. You want to scream and holler about how life is unfair. And guess what? You're going to forget about this ever happening. You're going to go back to what you're doing. I'm going to go back to what I'm doing. And guess what? I'm going to just say this. We stay divided with so many just dumb issues. Like, there's always like the new tweet or the new rant of the week on TikTok. And we focus on the small stuff and we're not seeing the bigger picture. We virtue signal what we want to happen, but we'll never enact on it or really provide support for what actually matters, the truth being, right? So it's just very funny that, like I said, we'll say, oh, if the Holocaust was real thing, then, I'd be Superman, I'd stop it, or I'd provide some type of support, or if I saw a pedophile, I'd have it to where they get shot and killed and do all type. Well, in Minecraft, of course, in GTA, I'd put a stop to it. No, you wouldn't. You're looking at a guy that's being free right now. I'm not saying you as an individual can do anything, but this needs to be more well known, and he should be treated a lot differently with public opinion. That's what gets them. Public opinion sways how they act and how they move, right? And they don't really have to try that much. As you can see, we're really dumb and we're really distracted with a lot of useless and pointless things. And like I said, we will all continue to just move on like if nothing happened, just like Epstein, how he randomly disconnected from the server. Interesting.
Did all the crimes he was charged with. That's 100% obvious. The women basically admitted that
just admitted all the shameful acts that they had to go through, and just all for nothing. And unfortunately, hot take, Cassie was definitely part of it, but she was a victim. Sorry, she was a participant turned victim. That is my opinion about that. But with all that being said, she did she had it to where she didn't want things to go too far, even though she opened the floodgates for it, and it happened, and she is a victim, right? Said all the stuff they just did, but it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like I said, he has enough money. They'll let him get away with it. He will pay for his crimes. Not in this lifetime, maybe. I don't know, the future. But eventually he will.
they were used for his freak-offs, whether they wanted to do them or not. Now, yes, some of them consented to it. Yes, some of them wanted to do it. But you guys have to use your brain. Diddy was the gatekeeper for the music industry. If you wanted success in the music industry, you had to please Diddy. When these upcoming
fake ass, ugly ass JoJo poses, stop it.
Artists are put in front of Diddy, they have a choice either to throw away their dreams, their career, everything they worked so hard for, everything they wanted in life, or compromise themselves, sell out, and do what Diddy wants. And that's what Cassie did. Now, yes, Cassie had the decision at the beginning, of course. We all have a decision, but it's a decision that is really not fair. Because if you want to be an artist and that is your dream and that's everything you're working for, you can easily be taken advantage of by the person who can give you that opportunity. And that's exactly what Diddy did every single time. He did it to Cassie, he did it to the Jane Doe, he did it to Gina, he did it to Young Miami. He has done it to every single celebrity. He done it to Justin Bieber. He done it to Usher, Miami. He did it to Cassie, he'd give you that opportunity. And that's exactly what Diddy did every single time. He did it to Cassie, he did it to the Jane Doe, he did it to Gina, he did it to Young Miami. He has done it to every single celebrity. He done it to Justin Bieber. He done it to Usher. This is how the industry hazes and initiates its new members. This is what Diddy has been doing to everyone.
So he named 6 people so far, but there are plenty of more victims that they're not gonna. I mean, some of them come out, but not all of them. And I really do fear what's gonna happen to the people that did speak out about it. I don't think he's gonna go after me. I'm just some guy that does YouTube videos. But the people that actually personally spoke out to them, ooh, I don't want to put anything out there, but I would be very, very concerned if I was them. Very concerned. Let's continue.
You can't put all the blame on Diddy.
He's willing to blow up a guy's car over a girl. Like, this guy has an ego trip. He's actually like, he's almost as evil as like a cartoon villain, but there's nothing funny about this. He is just pure evil and just so narcissistic. He's so sick. And you'll still praise him. He had these idiots. Yo, I've seen that video where there were Diddy supporters, right? That was, I don't know what they were thinking. It doesn't even matter. But they thought it was funny to just go outside and genuinely support a man that is so sick in the head that he's willing to unconsensually do stuff and have those type of activities. You have these people, grown adults, and unfortunately, people that share my skin complexion, that pour babe oil all over themselves and dance around like idiots, like bumbling idiots. It almost made me, almost made me sympathetic for why I'm not gonna say that, but it doesn't like it's so like it's just so unreal that there's people that exist like that, and even the Boondocks predicted something ridiculous as that coming from our people. Unfortunately, we really need to do better. The CIA, the FBI won. All right, can you just stop? All right, can you just stop? We're done. All right, time out, time out. I'm done. I'm so tired of seeing this. Stop worshiping them, please.
But you can definitely put the majority of the blame on Diddy and partial blame on Cassie and other victims because yes, they did choose this, but they weren't given much of a choice if they wanted to have the career that they wanted. This is not just Diddy either. Hollywood is doing exactly what Diddy does. From the beginning of Hollywood, there has been men that make women and other men do compromising things for those top spot opportunities. That's why so many of these celebrities, when they get to the top, they start being corrupt like that because they have to do it to the others. That's how they keep the system going. Now, I honestly feel that Diddy might be left free now, and I'm honestly truly disappointed. I'm actually hurt about this because for a moment, I actually thought that there was going to be justice for all the things that this man did.
He just looks like an AI character.
But like I've said before, it was never justice for the sake of justice. It was simply justice because the elite had an issue with Diddy, which most likely he solved now. You know, he was in there with other billionaires, and it's likely that Diddy fixed his relationship with the Masonic Order. And if you think about it, that's pretty obvious when you realize that the trial seemed rather guided. A lot of the information that we were told existed before the trial never made it to the trial. Specifically, there was not a single moment that they spoke about all the footage that they found, all the...
And they'll never talk about the other celebrities that showed up during the party, by the way. They will never. But I want you to use your context clues to see who was associated, to see who was praising those type of parties. Those type of parties. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Ain't Bronny say that? You really can't look at entertainment the same anymore whenever it comes to stuff like that, especially with these celebrities. It's very disturbing to know that these types of people are walking around and you will still worship them like a damn sheep that you are.
Freak off footage that they found at Diddy's mansion. They didn't tell us who was there with Diddy, what was going on.
You know what you are. I'm not talking about to the people that are already tapped in, but there are a lot of people that might, push back on that. Be like, hey, why are you bring this up? Why are you bring that up? For those that have eyes, we'll see. For those that have ears, we'll hear.
In that footage, none of that. This is Hollywood protecting Hollywood, and Diddy is a massive part in Hollywood. Diddy had enough dirt to bring down everyone. Just look at the people he was hanging out with. Recently, his own bodyguard admitted that he thought Trump was going to pardon Diddy. He said that he personally took Diddy to hang out with Trump and to have meetings with Trump several times. And we already know Trump's pardoned all these Masonic puppets. He pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned Lil Wayne. He pardoned Desiree Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation. So honestly, there was a possibility that he was going to pardon Diddy. This entire situation just lets you know that...
What is... You see what I'm talking about, gang? What is that? What is that? What is that? Because you're not loving or peaceful. You're actually dangerous.
We live in two different worlds. The Masons, they have their own world, their own legal system. They do whatever they want. We, on the other hand, are oppressed. We're taken advantage of, and there's nothing really we could do. Now, I'm going to keep on following this trial to see what other updates come in. We're going to see if Diddy actually gets sentenced to the 10 years or 20 years, whatever they're saying they're going to sentence him to. But chances are, let's be honest, sadly, it's looking like Diddy is going to walk. It's looking like they're going to let him go. They'll probably give him probation or...
It's in front of your face about all the disgusting acts that he's done. And you will still let this slide. People will still let this slide. You have idiots that will waste their time instead of embedding themselves with knowledge and trying to better themselves as a person. You also have people that will defend this. At this point, ignorance and stupidity, it has to be a choice. Like this is just so out of pocket. So out of pocket. You see it with everything that was laid out for you, and you still think it's a conspiracy theory? Get out of here, man. Please try to debunk what Diddy did and how you could flip it to him being an innocent man after seeing this. This is This is just a clear breach of just unfairness and unjust.
Or something like that,
From
and
the justice
parole,
system.
whatever.
This isn't the first time that we've seen this, but it will continue to happen. You have no power but to rely on these people, unless you want to sway the public opinion and maybe try to actually notice what's going on, because these people run in a pack, like how he says. So I'm gonna try to not speak too much about this. Don't want to get my channel strike.
Whatever they give you, and he's gonna walk free. And unfortunately, he's gonna be back out there, and you know it. You know it for a fact. In the first 24 hours, he's gonna have himself a freak off. He's gonna have all these sex.
And it's like he doesn't have the decency to just be like, man, I almost got hit with a flipping Rico. 90. I heard something about the percentage of you getting off of a Rico is like slim to none, right? So it's like a 90% hit rate that they hit you with that. To get that other 10% or even lower is like hitting a critical, bro. It's like hitting a black flash, bro, in JJK, bro. But these people are able to hit it every time because it's always in their favor. There is no percentage. There is no probability, it feels like. It feels like it is intentional.
Magic rituals going on, and it's looking like a lot of you guys were saying that this was just all scripted. This was all just nonsense. I tried to see it for what it was. I tried to understand. Honestly, at the beginning, it did look like the elite had turned on Diddy, but now it just looks like another nonsense ritual that they had going on. I want to know what you guys think below. Do you think Diddy's going to be sentenced to the 10 years, or would he walk free? Well, that's it.
And I think that will conclude today's YouTube video. Yeah, man. Stop worshiping these celebrities. I actually have a song about Demi has no idols. Stop plugging. Yeah, I'd be doing music, man. But seriously, guys, really pay attention and just look around to what's going on. Don't worship any man besides Jesus. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. We out.